Okay, class, let's continue. Okay, so again, as noted earlier, here's the summary of the changes in the carrying amount of the lease liability. Okay, so again, as discussed previously, so itong ang initial measurement, ito yung present value of lease payments, unpaid at commencement date. At dahil nga naka-present value yan, mag-i-increase yan. Okay, because of passage of time. At yung increase na yon because of passage of time, yan yung interest. At yung interest nga required ng PFRS 16 na increase yan in liability. Okay, then minus yung payments made. So lease payments made. So yan, na-illustrate na natin hanggang doon sa lease payments. Now, ano naman tong reassessment, modification? So doon muna tayo sa reassessment. Okay, number 19. Which statement is incorrect regarding reassessment of the lease liability? Okay, A is a correct statement. So after the commencement date, a lessee shall remeasure the lease liability to reflect changes to the lease payments. So take note ha, di ba nga effectively, yung carrying amount ng lease liability, yan yung present value ng LP. Kaya ang simple guide, pag nag-change yung LP, automatic, magkakaroon ng reassessment of the lease liability. Okay? And as noted in number 10, balikan nga yung number 10. So what are the items included in the lease payments? Yan. So itong 5 items na ito. So ibig sabihin yan, pag may nagbago dyan sa fixed payments, dyan sa variable payments na yan na naka-based on index or rate, nagbago yung expected amount payable under the residual value guarantee or yung option price or yung exercisability ng option na yan at dun sa termination, yon, yan ang magti-trigger ng okay, remeasurement, ng reassessment of the lease liability. Okay, kasi nga ang bottom line, yung lease liability, ang carrying amount niyan, present value of LP. So pag nag-change yung LP, mag-change din ang liability. Okay, so paano i-account? So that's letter B. A lessee shall recognize the amount of the remeasurement of the lease liability as an adjustment to the right of use asset. Kasi nga, nung sinet up yung liability, anong dinebit? Right of use asset. Kaya any changes, okay, adjustment din sa right of use asset. And in particular, paano nga kukumputin yung remeasurement na yan? This one. So, i-discount natin yung revised lease payments. Okay? So, yung remeasured lease liability, ito yung present value ng revised lease payments. Okay? Tapos, i-compare dun sa existing liability. Siyempre, magkaiba yan. So, yung difference, yun na yung remeasurement. So, either mag-increase yan or mag-decrease. Okay? So, again, so based dun sa changes in lease payments, so yung revised lease payments na yon, i-present value mo yon. So, yun na yung remeasured. Yun na yung new liability. I-compare mo dun sa existing. So, either increase or decrease. Paano ang accounting? So, in case of increase, ang entry, debit, right of use asset. Credit, lease liability. Okay? Paano kung decrease? Pag nag-decrease, bawasan din ang lease liability. Bawasan ang right of use asset. So kaya nga sabi sa letter B, yan. So kung mayroong adjustment sa lease liability, adjustment din yan saan? Right of use asset. So kaya lang ang problem, pag yung decrease in lease liability more than the CA of the right of use asset. For example, yung decrease in lease liability 100. So anong entry? Debit, lease liability. Let's say lang 100. Ang carrying amount na lang ng right of use asset, 80 na lang. So, magkikredit ng right of use asset, how much? 80 na lang. Hindi pwedeng 100. Kasi kung 80 na lang ang carrying amount at kinredit natin 100, mag-negative. Hindi pwedeng negative yung asset. So, kung let's say nga, ito ay 100. Okay, so example lang ha. Let's say ito 100. Eh ito 80 na lang. So, may difference na. Okay, yung difference na yon treated as what? Gain. So, income yan. At saan i-recognize? In profit or loss. So, yung reassessment na yan, parang change in estimate yan. So, hindi yan error. Kaya dito nagkamali sa letter C. So, mali yung retained earnings. Dapat profit or loss. So, yung difference na 20, income. In profit or loss. So, kaya again ha, pag nag-change yung LP, magre-remeasure ng lease liability. So, syempre, iba na yung amount na yon dun sa existing. So, may adjustment. At yung adjustment, so adjustment to right of use asset. Pero pag yung decrease in liability more than the CA of asset, so yung difference, okay, income. In profit or loss. Okay, so 19 letters. And what will trigger nga yung remeasurement na yan? Okay, so number 20, as I mentioned already. So again, ito uli yung composition ng lease payments. So dahil nga yung lease liability ay basically present value ng lease payments na yan. So pag nag-change yung LP, magbabago ang lease liability. Okay, and ano nga yung most likely magre-require ng remeasurement dyan? So ang sagot dyan, yes or no? Change in lease term? Yes. So either na shorten or na extend yan. Number 2, okay, assessment of the option to buy the underlying asset. Okay, so ito yon in relation to sa option. So 3, this one, the sa residual value guarantee. And okay, number 4, in relation dun sa okay, inflation-linked payments. So answer, letter A. So those changes, okay, most likely will require pre-measurement of the lease liability. Okay, so kaya lang ha, just to be clear ha, ang reassessment, ibig sabihin yan, yung changes na yan, part yan ng original terms and conditions. So let's say in relation to number 1, okay, so talagang merong option to extend. So pwedeng initially hindi ginagagamitin, tapos later on, nag-decide na yung lessee, sige na nga, gamitin na natin. O kaya doon sa termination option, initially hindi gagamitin, biglang gagamitin na yung option. So again, it will change the lease term. At syempre, pag nagbago ang lease term, magbabago ang lease payments. Kaya magkakaroon ng remeasurement. So ganun din sa number 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so again, change in lease payments, reassess, okay, remeasure lease liability. So, okay, number 21. So, anong rate ang gagamitin? Siyempre, ipi-present value din yung payments. At what rate? So, revised or yung original pa rin? So, ang question sa 21, a lessee shall remeasure the lease liability by discounting the revised lease payments using unchanged discount rate. For which of the following? So, ang ginagamitan ng unchanged or original discount rate, yung letter D, delta. Kung yung change ay dahil lang saan? Amount expected to be payable under the residual value guarantee. Kasi basically, nagbago lang dyan yung amount eh. Okay, so kaya ang gagamitin pa rin dyan yung original, okay, discount rate. So, pero kung yan ay letter A, letter B, or letter C, ang gagamitin na dyan, okay, new or revised discount rate. And that is what? Yung implicit rate at that time, or kung di available, yung usual na incremental borrowing rate. Okay, so at the time of reassessment or remeasurement. Okay, so 21, delta. So to illustrate, number 22. So the requirement, remeasurement of the lease liability. Okay, so what happened? Let's see. Actually, similar to dun sa previous problem natin, dun sa first problem natin, dun sa initial measurement. So kung dun sa problem na yon, ang highlight yung initial, ito yung remeasurement. So, here's the background. So in general muna, ha? In general, paano nga ko computein yung remeasurement? Okay, present value ng revised LP. Okay, tapos i-compare natin dun sa carrying amount ng lease liability, which is basically present value ng original LP, nung remaining original LP. So let's see. Here's the background. So again, similar to the previous problem, ang lease term 5 years. May option to terminate after 3 years. Originally, hindi daw gagamitin yung option to terminate. Kaya anong naging lease term dyan? Okay, 5 years. So since the lessee does not intend to exercise the option to terminate. So original ha, original lease term 5. At dahil nga hindi naman iti-terminate, irrelevant yung termination penalty. Yung original rate, 10%. Okay? Kaya lang, what happened? At December 31, year 1, for some reasons, the lessee now intends to exercise the termination option. So what will happen to the lease term? Masyo-shorten yung lease term. So ang original, 5. Pero dahil nga iti-terminate na at the end of year 3, magiging 3 years na lang. Pero dahil nga end of year 1, okay, nagbago ng assessment, so tapos na yung first year. So kung magiging 3 years na lang ang term, 2 years remaining. At dahil nakapagbayad na ng first at nakapagbayad na rin ng second, yung second payment made on December 31, year 1. So as of this date, 1 payment remaining. Kasi kung iti-terminate na, no? Kung iti-terminate na at the end of year 3, okay, bayad na yung first, bayad na yung second. So, 1 payment remaining. Okay? So, i-present value natin yung remaining payment. And yung incremental borrowing rate at that time, 8% na. So, dahil change in lease term yan, use the new discount rate. So, present value of the remaining fixed payment, 1 na lang. Kasi effectively, 3 years na lang yung lease term. Paid na yung first and second. So, 1 payment remaining. Okay? At babayaran yan on December 31, year 2. So, kaya 1 period. So, present value of the remaining payment. Okay? So, revised. So, using a revised discount rate, 8%. So, 1 period. Okay, this time, magiging relevant na yung termination penalty. So, magbabayad ng penalty dahil iti-terminate. Okay, at magkano yon? 500,000. So, iti-terminate yan end of year 3. So, if today is December 31, year 1, after 2 years, iti-terminate. So, discount at 8%, 2 periods. Okay, so 2 periods. And this time, wala nang babayaran dun sa residual value guarantee. Okay, so ayan na, in-specify ha, the lessee no longer expects to pay any amount in relation to the residual value guarantee. So, eto na yung remeasured lease liability. Okay, so i-compare natin yan dun sa carrying amount. Okay, so again, pwedeng gawin mo dyan, computein mo yung initial measurement. I-plus mo yung interest ng year 1. I-minus mo yung payment, okay, ng December 31, year 1. Makuha mo yung balance. Or, gamitan natin ang shortcut. So, present value again of LP. So, kaya lang, under the original terms. Okay? So, originally, ano ang lease term? 5 years. Okay? So, at the end of year 1, yung first payment made in advance. Kaya at commencement date, 4 payments remaining. Yung second payment, ginawa siya ng December 31, year 1, so 3 payments remaining. So, under the original assessment, okay, so yung present value ng remaining fixed payments. So, after 2 payments, 3 payments remaining. So, i-discount natin yan. At yung original rate, 10%. Then, 3 periods. Okay? So, at December 31, year 1, 3 payments remaining. Yung present value ng remaining fixed payments na yan, this one. At 10%, 3 periods. So originally, may residual value guarantee na 200. At dahil silent, so isasama natin yung entire residual value guarantee. So kung ngayon ay end of year 1, so 4 years pa. Okay, yung remaining term. So discount at 10% 4 periods. Okay? So magkaiba yung ano ha, yung periods doon sa payment saka doon sa residual value kasi yung payment niya advance. So bali 3 payments remaining. Pero itong residual value, syempre kung magbabayad man dyan, end of year 5 na yan. And kung today ay December 31 year 1, after 4 years yan. Okay, of course, originally, ignore yung termination penalty. So, eto na yung carrying amount at December 31 year 1. Or, ano nga ang alternative dyan? Get mo yung, computein mo yung initial measurement. So, bali, instead na 3 periods, 4 periods. Okay, 4 payments remaining. Tapos, instead na 4 periods, yung residual value, 5 periods. Tapos, plus mo yung interest, minus mo yung payment. You will get the same. Make difference man, konti lang, due to rounding. So, anong situation? At December 31, year 1, because of the change in intention regarding the exercise of the termination option, so nagre-measure tayo ng lease liability. At eto na yon, based on the remaining lease payments. Then, ito yung carrying amount before the remeasurement. So, since na-shorten, okay, ang lease term, mababawasan ang liability. So, decrease, okay, by that amount. So, answer, letter C. At ano nga magiging entry? Debit, okay, lease liability. So, credit, right of use asset. So, debit liability, credit asset. Okay, so yan ha. So yan, example yan na remeasurement. At yung remeasurement dahil saan? Change in lease term. Okay, now, take note ha. In this problem, originally, may option to terminate. Okay, paano kung originally wala namang option to terminate? Shinorten yung lease term. O kaya originally, wala namang option to extend pero in-extend. Diyan papasok yung tinatawag na modification. At ano yung concept ng lease modification? This one. Okay, number 23. Okay, lease modification is a change. So, okay, basically, modification, minodify, binago. Ano yung binago dyan? Scope of a lease or yung consideration. So, nagbago either yung scope or yung consideration. And ito ang crucial ha. Okay, yung change na yan was not part of the original terms and conditions. Yun ang kaibahan ng reassessment sa modification. So sa reassessment, basically may change din. Pero part siya ng original terms and conditions. So pagka yung change ay not part of the original terms and conditions, then modification yun. Okay? Examples ng modification, yan, letter C. Both A and B. So letter A, adding or terminating right to use one or more underlying assets. So either increase nga in scope, so adding, or decrease in scope, terminating. Yan, right to use one or more underlying assets. Okay, and letter B, extending or shortening the contractual lease term. Tapos originally, wala namang extension option. Originally, wala namang termination option. Kasi kung originally may option na yan, reassessment ang tawag dyan. Pero kung wala, then modification. Okay? So again, ang lease modification ha, hindi siya part ng original terms and conditions. Tapos binago yung scope or yung consideration. So 23, examples niyan, letter C. Okay, now, paano yan i-account? Okay, so depende kung ano yung change. So meron kasing modification accounted for as a separate lease. Ibig sabihin, pag separate lease, hindi affected ng modification yung original. Okay? Or not a separate lease. Okay. So, kailan siya i-account as a separate lease? So, that's number 24. A lessee shall account for a lease modification as a separate lease if, ang sagot dyan, letter C. Both A and B. So, pag satisfied yung A and B, separate lease yan. And what are those? Yan, letter A. The modification increases the scope. So again, yung change in scope, pwede kasing increase, pwedeng decrease. So ito, nag-increase ang scope. For example, so originally, ang nirerentahan lang, let's say, machine number 1. So ngayon, ang irerent na, machine 1 and 2. Okay? So, by yung increase in scope na yun, by adding the right to use one or more underlying assets. And then, okay, yung consideration for the lease increases by an amount commensurate with the standalone price for the increase in scope and any appropriate adjustments to that standalone price to reflect the circumstances of the particular contract. So, yun nga ating example. Okay, originally, one item lang of machinery. Ngayon, instead ng machine 1, naging 1 and 2 na ang i-rent. So, kung yung increase in scope na yun ay commensurate yung naging increase in consideration, yung lease ng machine 2, separate na yun. Ibig sabihin, doon sa machine 2, mag-recognize ng separate asset and liability. Wala siyang effect doon sa machine 1. Okay? So, kailan siya i-account as a separate lease? Pag yung modification increase in scope with commensurate increase in consideration. So pagka ganyan, wala masyadong problem kasi hindi affected ng modification yung original. So treat separately. Paano kung, okay, decrease in scope ang nangyari? O kaya, although nag-increase yung scope, hindi nag-increase commensurately yung consideration. So, hindi na yan treated as what? Separate lease. So, it will affect yung existing. So, basically, pag hindi siya separate lease, i-remeasure. So, i-adjust. Basically, i-adjust natin dyan yung existing. How? So, that's number 25. So for a lease modification that is not accounted for as a separate lease, at the effective date of the lease modification, a lessee shall do all of this. And what are those? Yan, letter A, allocate the consideration in the modified contract. So of course, applicable lang yan kapag may lease, non-lease, or multiple leases ang involved. So you need to allocate yung consideration. Okay, based on the modified contract. Okay, letter B, determine yung lease term of the modified lease. So pwede kasing nabago, na shorten, na extend. Okay, yung lease term. And then yun nga, as I mentioned earlier, since hindi siya separate lease, we need to adjust yung existing lease. Okay, so remeasure. So magkakaroon din ng remeasurement. So remeasure the lease liability. How? By discounting the revised lease payments using a revised discount rate. So just like in the remeasurement, just like in the reassessment, i-recompute na natin, i-recalculate na natin yung lease liability. So based on the modification, compute the present value of the revised lease payments using a revised discount rate. Siyempre, pag kinompare natin yan sa existing, iba na yan. So may adjustment. At paano i-account yung adjustment na yon? Okay? So depende. Kung decrease ba yan in scope or not. Okay? So that's number 26. So ang sagot dyan, for a lease modification that is not accounted for as a separate lease, then the lessee shall account for the remeasurement. Again, dahil nga hindi siya separate na lease, i-remeasure natin yung existing liability. So, ang question ngayon, paano accounting dun sa remeasurement? Kasi yung remeasurement niya, either mag-increase yan or mag-decrease. So, ang sagot dyan, delta. By doing all of this. Okay? And what are those? Yan. Yung letter A and B, lagyan natin to ng note. So, ang nangyari dyan, decrease in scope. Okay? So, pag nag-decrease ang scope, ang treatment dyan, termination. So para bang tinerminate na lang yung lease, either fully or partially. Okay, at dahil nga na-terminate na yung lease, dahil nag-decrease yung scope, so babawasan yung right of use asset. Okay, to reflect yung partial or full termination of the lease. Okay, for lease modifications that, yun nga, decrease the scope of the lease. So pag yung modification ay decrease in scope, automatic, hindi yan separate lease. So tinerminate. So ang accounting dyan, tinerminate yung existing lease. Either partially or fully. Then, dahil termination yan, magkakaroon ng gain or loss. At paano mako-compute yung gain or loss na yan? So, i-compare yung, kasi nga, di ba, pag magre-recognize ng lease, anong ginagawa? Nagde-debit ng asset, credit, liability. So, pagka magti-terminate, tatanggalin yung asset, tatanggalin yung liability. At pag yung decrease na yon sa asset at liability ay hindi equal, yun na, gain or loss yun. So, in particular, pag yung decrease in liability ay more than the decrease in asset, gain yan. So, mas mataas yung debit sa liability kaysa credit dun sa asset. So, the opposite is what? Loss. So, again ha, kapag ka yung modification ay decrease in scope, treat that as what? Termination. So, tinerminate yung lease. And because of that, decrease the asset, decrease the liability. Then, if not the same, gain or loss. Okay, then, okay, for all others, so making a corresponding adjustment to the right of use asset. So other than daw yung termination, so i-treat na lang as what? Okay, adjustment to the right of use asset. So paano gagawin? Just like in reassessment. Okay, i-recalculate yung new liability. So get the present value of the modified lease liability. Siyempre, iba yan dun sa existing. So, any difference, adjustment to liability. So, yung adjustment na yun sa liability, adjustment din yun sa asset. Okay? So, normally yan, pagkang nangyari, nag-increase yung scope, tapos hindi commensurate yung increase in consideration. So, hindi kasi siya separate lease. Eh, hindi rin naman siya termination. So, okay? So, modification accounting. So, remeasure the liability, compare with existing, any difference, adjustment to asset and liability. Okay, so that's accounting for lease modification. So to summarize, okay, you have this in the material. So refer to the lecture notes. Ito yung summary. So this is on the part of lessee. Okay, again, anong ibig sabihin ng lease modification? Change in scope. Okay, or change in what? Consideration. That was not part of the original terms and conditions. So accounting depends on the change in scope. So pag yan ay increase in scope, okay, next question. Yan ba ay with commensurate increase in consideration? If the answer is yes, then treat the modification as another lease. No effect on the existing. So recognize separate lease liability and right of use asset on that new lease or separate lease. Okay, answer? No. Okay, hindi commensurate. Increase nga in scope, hindi commensurate yung naging increase in consideration. Then, not a separate lease. So this will mean remeasurement of the existing. So adjust existing liability and asset. So how? By adjusting also the asset and liability. Okay? So again ha, so pagka yan ay not a separately, simply remeasure the liability. So yung adjustment sa liability, adjustment din sa right of use asset. Eh paano kung decrease in scope? Then treat as what? Okay, termination. As if terminate yung lease either fully or partially. Then, yung difference in decrease in liability and asset, treat as what? Gain or loss. Okay, so that's accounting for lease modification. Okay, now, number 27. So, regarding presentation. So, paano ba ipe-present yung lease liabilities? Okay, so which one is incorrect? Okay? So, A is a correct statement. A lessee shall either present in the statement of financial position or disclose in the notes lease liabilities separately from other liabilities. So pwede siya naka-line item. Makita natin sa face ng statement. Or pwedeng part ng other liabilities. So other long-term debt. Tapos yun nga, okay, i-disclose na lang sa notes kung anong line item siya included. So, pag pinresent siya as part of other liabilities, then dapat naka-disclose sa notes. Okay, what particular line item? So again, either i-present separately yan or part of other liabilities tapos with disclosure. So answer, A and B are correct statements. So delta, neither is incorrect. So either, okay? So A and B are correct statements. Now, example, example. So yung mga favorite example natin. So ito si JG Summit. So si JG Summit may merong ano yan, leases yan. Pero look at the liability section. Okay? Hindi niya highlight, okay, hindi highlight ni JG Summit na meron siyang lease liabilities. Okay? Pero pag tinignan mo sa notes, okay, nandito siya. Part siya ng long-term debts. Pero di ba may current portion? Nandito yung current portion. Okay, kasi nga parang installment ang lease liability. So si JG Summit hindi niya highlight. So hindi naman required actually na i-present siya sa face. Pero dapat naka-disclose yan sa notes. Okay, tapos sasabihin doon sa notes kung saang line item included. So ito yung example na pinresent, talagang highlight, okay, na may lease liabilities yan, si Jollibee. Okay, ito yon. So yung lease liabilities, current portion. And this one, lease liabilities, non-current. So nakapresent siya separate. Okay? So again, pwedeng nakapresent separately, pwedeng part ng long-term debts. Okay? Or yung current portion ng short-term debts. Current portion ng long-term debts. Okay? Another example, yan, yan. Okay, yan. Si San Miguel, ganun din. May current, non-current. Okay? So yan na, sample presentation na nakapresent as line item. Okay, pero hindi required ha. Okay, so optional. So preference na lang ng entity. Okay, now regarding the disclosures. So ito yung in general. So disclose information that gives a basis for users of FS to assess the effect that leases have on financial position, financial performance, and cash flows of the lessee. So meaning, dahil sa lease na yan, anong naging impact niyan sa assets, liabilities, equity? So income, expenses, cash flows. Okay, so yan, yung information na yan should help users assess yung effect ng leases on those financial statements. So yung specific information to be disclosed, naka-specify yan doon sa paragraphs 52 to 60. Okay, so again ito yung disclosures in general, tapos nandito naman yung in particular. Now, some of the disclosure requirements. Okay, number 28. A lessee shall disclose additional qualitative and quantitative information about its leasing activities. Yun nga, necessary to meet the disclosure objective in PFRS 16. Now, yung additional information na yan may include information that helps users of FS to assess. Okay, so kasama dyan yung number 1, yung nature nga of the lessee's leasing activities. So ano ba, significant ba yan or not significant? So ano yung extent ng leasing activities of the entity? So yung nature of the leasing activities. Number 2, future cash outflows to which the lessee is potentially exposed. So, ibig sabihin, may potential outflow, pero hindi siya part ng liability. Okay? So, disclose also. So, it will help users predict cash flows. Ito, no, common na ito. Yung kung mayroong restrictions or covenants imposed by leases. Okay, and okay, kung nagkaroon ng sale and leaseback transactions. So, disclose also. So, 28, letter A. Now, regarding number 2, ano yung examples ng potential outflow pero hindi nakasama sa lease liability? Okay, examples yan, number 29. Okay, so yan, yung number 1. Yung variable lease payments. Di ba nga, as mentioned earlier, ano lang ang kasama sa lease payments? Okay, na basis ng liability. Di ba yung fixed payments? Or kung variable man, dapat in substance, fixed. Okay. Or kung variable man, dapat inflation link payments. So naka-based on rate or index. So yung other variable payments such as payment based on sales, payment based on usage, yan. Variable yan. Not part ng liability yan. Pero potential outflow. Kaya pinapadisclose. So ganun din yung extension and termination option. So let's say, hindi kasama sa lease term yung extension period. O kaya, okay, so kinonsider na iti-terminate tapos hindi naman pala mati-terminate. O kaya, kinonsider na hindi mati-terminate, dinisregard yung penalty. So, potential outflows. Residual value guarantee. So, let's say nga, katulad sa problem natin, 200 yung guaranteed amount. Eh, ang expected payable lang, 100. O, yung 100 doon, potential outflow pa rin yun. Yung additional 100. So, number 4, yes din. Leases not yet commenced. So, syempre, hindi pa nag-commence, hindi pa liability. Okay, kasi nga, nire-recognize yan at commencement date. Pero, potential outflow na yan once nag-commence. So, answer, letter A. So, those are what? Potential outflows. So, dahil hindi na isama dun sa liability, dapat inform the users. Okay, so that's accounting for lease liability. So, NRM, TPD. Nakompleto na natin. Okay? So, yung credit side. Okay? Yung liability side. So, again, at commencement date, anong i-recognize ng lessee? Okay, lease liability and right of use asset. So, doon na tayo sa debit side. So, tapos na natin yung liability ng lessee. So, the right of use asset. So, paano naman yung accounting dyan? Okay, ano nga yung nature niyan? Okay, recognition, measurement, transactions, presentation, and disclosure. So, yan ang i-discuss natin in the next video. Okay?